Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel where we discuss all things narcissism, and this video is to explore more about why some narcissistic people will not come to Hoover you. When we learn about narcissism, one of their patterns of behaviour is they usually go back to Hoover, old supply. Hoover is the term named after the vacuum cleaner brand Hoover, as a narcissist will come back to suck you back into their games, to treat you like dirt, to discard you all over again. So when we're looking to piece together what has happened to us, we can often look for the Hoover, and when we don't receive the Hoover, we can then question what's wrong with us. Was it them? Are they an issue? And when it comes to people who can't treat you with respect, loyalty and honesty, that's nothing to do with who you are as a person and everything to do with who they are as a person. Narcissistic or not, it's highly toxic when they can't be genuine with you, can't be honest with you, can't be loyal to you, can't be respectful towards you. It shows that they simply don't care about you. They're more interested in themselves and getting their needs met. When a narcissistic person is not getting their needs met, their perceived needs met by you, is often when they will go hunting for a new source of supply. And once they've secured that new source of supply, they will then discard you. And if a narcissistic person believes that you're not going to give them what they want, what they are looking for, what they are in need of, be it the validation or the roof over their head, whatever it is that narcissist is looking for, they're not going to come back to Hoover you. They're going to try and find someone new. When you have firm boundaries with a narcissist, they really don't like the word no. So when they're not getting their own way, they might escalate their games in order to get their needs met by you. However, when the escalation of these games hasn't worked, they will look to move on to someone new and discard you. They might find it too much like hard work, trying to win you back over. However, if the games they have tried to regain control over you hasn't worked, they will wash their hands with you and find somebody else. They're still going to smear your name to as many people as possible to make out that you're the one that's in the wrong, you're the one that's the problem, which is another reason they might not return. They don't want to look stupid. They have an ego to keep a hold of. So they will go around playing the hero or the victim to all those around them, and if at all possible, discredit your character, ruin your reputation, destroy you any way they can. They want to look like they've done the right thing by leaving you. So they're then not going to come back to Hoover you because they don't want to look stupid. They don't want to look like they went back to you. Some narcissistic people will smear your name so horrifically that they cannot return for the Hoover. Even if they see you doing well and want you back for whatever reason, instead they will go all out to destroy whatever it is that you've achieved in your life, because it's not about them. Some narcissistic people, your strength of character, your intellect scares them. Your ability to bounce back scares them. Your ability to stand your ground with them scares them. Some narcissistic people do take it to the extreme and do up their games. When it comes to those, you have to keep yourself safe. With some, you do need to ride out the storm of their games. And when they realise they're not getting anything from you, they will go off and they will lick their wounds. They'll still blame you. They'll still fantasize within their own mind of why you're the problem, why you're the one at fault. because nothing is to them their fault. Nothing to them is their responsibility. They'll still go and tell themselves and anyone who will listen to them that you're the one that's awkward, you're the one that's stubborn, you're the one that's selfish, you're the one that's bitter, you're the one that's narcissistic. When you've gone no contact on them, or when you've fallen silent towards them because you've realised that they're not listening to what you have to say, so there is just no point in continually trying to explain something to them. So when you fall silent on them, they will then believe that you're the narcissistic one. When you grey rock them, when you no longer give them the reactions that they are so desperate to provoke within you so that they can blame you for everything, when they're no longer getting that admiration, that validation, or that reaction from you, they take offence to this. They believe they're superior. They believe that they're in charge. So when you start grey rocking them, they're going to accuse you of being the narcissistic one because you're no longer willing to play their game. And this is how narcissistic people tend to get you. They know in some way, whether it's conscious and they're aware, or unconscious and they're not aware, it's just instincts, but they know in some way, by accusing you of behaving in a manner that's not very empathetic towards another person, that lacks in that communication towards another person, you feel bad, you feel remorseful, you feel guilty. They're going to go all out to try and shame you in order to get you to give them what they want from you. So when they start playing games with you, when they start letting you down, say you're co-parenting, and they will claim that they're taking the children away then, and they know, such as over Christmas, and they know that you're going to want to see those children over Christmas because they're your children and you care and love for them. But that out of the 52 weeks of the year are the only 2 convenient weeks that a narcissist can spend time with their children, even though the rest of the year they completely ignore their children. If you say no, they're going to tell the children that you're ruining the holiday. They're going to tell all those around them that you're the one that's letting the children down. They're going to play games with you. They're going to irritate you and frustrate you and bug you. However, if you just turn around and say, okay, you can feel like you're letting them win as such. However, they're not winning because they didn't get the reaction they wanted from you. And more often than not, they'll not take those children away because it was a game they wanted to play with you. They'll find another way to blame you for why they haven't taken those children away. And people can turn around and say, well, you're letting them win. It's not about winning. It's about your sanity, keeping a hold of your sanity. The quickest way to end a game is by, if you can, some games you do not want to say okay to. Other games you just need to say no, stick to your no. And the more they come at you, don't explain, don't justify, don't argue, just no. And they're going to turn around and say, look, they're being narcissistic. They'll not communicate with me. They'll not talk to me. They'll not discuss things with me. The thing is, you've tried time and time and time again to discuss things with them, to compromise with them, only for it to negatively impact your life while they gain what they need from you. So when you fail to give them those reactions, when you fail to give them what they're looking for, many a narcissist will not bother returning to Hoover you. They might try subtly now and again to gain that reaction from you. However, the longer you hold your ground, the more likely it is that a narcissist is going to leave you alone and unfortunately target somebody who is unaware of their behaviour and willing to give the narcissist the reaction that they are so desperately seeking from those around them. Whether a narcissistic person hoovers or not, they're still going to blame you for all the troubles within their life. They fail to take responsibility. Therefore, they fail to change the things that are going wrong for them. Therefore, things continue to go wrong for them, and they continue to blame everybody around them to gain that sympathy. Narcissistic people are not interested in finding solutions. They're interested in blaming everybody else for their problems. When it comes to dealing with a narcissistic person, the best way to deal with them is don't deal with them. Yes, this can impact us in a way of we can think, oh, what are people going to think of me? And a narcissist will use this against you. What are people going to think of you, to get you to do something on their terms? When it comes to what are people going to think of me, we need to use this in the correct context. So if we are going to do something that's negatively going to impact another who hasn't done anything wrong, if we're going to do something wrong, if we're going to do something immoral, and that judgment is because we know we are in the wrong, then yes, we need to be concerned about what other people are going to think in order to stop us from doing that thing. However, if we are worried about what other people are going to think when we are doing something that is right for us, that is not going to negatively impact somebody else, they're usually tearing you down to stop you from succeeding in something, which is exactly what a narcissistic person will do. They will lead you to believe that people are going to look poorly on you so that you do something that works in their interest and not your own. When it comes to the Hoover, whether they Hoover or not, if they were disrespectful, if they were disloyal, if they weren't honest with you, and if they didn't show the respect that we all deserve, some form of respect, and it is give and take. If they don't show these things to you, they are not the person you want in your life. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.